Welcome to the Boyd Auto Body and Glass 3 Keys to the Game. I'm Ed Tait from BlueBombers.com, joined as always by the lovely and talented Derek Taylor of CJOB, the voice of the Bombers on CJOB. Here we are in lovely downtown Edmonton, getting ready for the Bomber game against the winless Elks. And one of the main storylines for the Elks is a change at quarterback.
Finally. Finally, for folks like me who have been doubting their previous quarterback, finally. And it's Tait Ford. And Ford doesn't have a ton of experience. He's a second-year player, 69 career pass attempts. The Bombers did see him in the preseason last year, and they noticed how well he could scramble. That kid moves fast, right? The rest of it, well, we're going to find out and the rest of it with how you do under pressure. We're definitely going to find that out. Right, here comes Willie, here's Jackson, here's Ricky Walker, here's Big Hill on a blitz. What can Tait Ford do in that case? And when he does react, how do the Bombers then react? Willie Jefferson said, I look forward to chasing down a guy like that. Really? Because as Mike O'Shea says, he can make moves and he can make guys miss in the open field. So how Ford does, is this Dustin Crum 2.0 for the 2023 season? Hopefully not. But it's a big unknown with a lot of potential upside in Tait Ford.
And then the second key, we're going to look at the Bombers offense, which is kind of a direct contrast to what the Elks have going on. And you want to fixate on making sure that everybody stays involved in that receiving core.
It's one of the things, right, when you have the best receiving core in the CFL, and this absolutely is in my mind. Kenny Lawler gets 200 yards. Dalton Schoen gets 2 touchdowns and 130-plus yards. Those guys are first-team CFL All-Stars. There's only one football, as the saying goes, right? But Nick Dembski needs his touchdowns. Rasheed Bailey had no catches last week, and he still gets to contribute, and he still gets to run the football in spots. But how do you keep everybody in there? Drew Wolotarski is a very valuable piece of this receiving core. So how do you keep all 5 guys, plus a running back, plus Greg McCrae, happy? Well, you can throw the ball a whole lot more, which I absolutely love to see. But just make everybody know that they are loved and valued, I have to believe is an essential. So I would watch for Rasheed Bailey to not have 0 catches again, because Rasheed likes that ball in his hands and likes trying to stampede over defensive backs, and it's fun to watch.
Let's flip over to the Bombers defense for our third key. And Demario Houston is off to an amazing start, and you've got a kind of a cool nugget that we can throw out there for fans.
Interceptions in 4 straight games for Demario Houston. As our friend Chris, who tweets at Stats Junkie, tells us, the record for the Bombers for interceptions, consecutive games with interceptions, is 5. So a pick of Tait Ford or whoever might be at quarterback for this one would tie a Blue Bombers record. And Demario, I mean, some of his interceptions have been incredible, right? The one against Calgary was fantastic. The one this past week against BC was beautiful. He took one away from Bo Levi Mitchell in a very smart, very heady play. Demario's got a little of everything. It's not perfect because interceptions are fickle and they don't account for the times where the guy runs past you, but creating turnovers is maybe the best thing a defensive back can do, and Demario Houston stands alone right now in the CFL in his ability to make those happen.
Should be a compelling one for all kinds of different reasons. Bombers and Elks. For the lovely and talented Derek Taylor of CJOB, I'm Ed Tait from BlueBombers.com, and that's the Boyd Auto Body and Glass 3 Keys to the Game.